Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Marche Denise Fulham, the author of Confessions of Church Girls, also the proud mother of Jada Louise and Anzel Marche. I hope this video finds each of you doing well. I had an awesome opportunity yesterday to work on a special project, and during the project, as well as after the project, after work, and for some odd reason in my sleep last night, I kept thinking about that process. And for some people, they already know, like, my first degree is in fashion merchandising and design. And one of my sincere passions is working with individuals or people or companies to go into a space and making it either more usable or a space that when you walk in, the environment is what you wanted. And I gain great joy in that. It helps me process. It helps me also, it's one of the ways like I de-stress. So yesterday I had the opportunity to do that. And to be honest, it has been a long time that I've had to do a project on that level. But as I began to do the project, the first thing I did was kind of step back and looked at all the pieces that were involved. As well as it wasn't just furniture that I was moving, but I was actually going to be impacting a space that's utilized by people that had got used to the way it was. And sometimes people, including ourselves, and I can even say myself, we can be so comfortable with the way things are going on in our lives that the thought of any change becomes overwhelming. And sometimes we can just get used to where we are rather than thinking about the steps to start the change. So I can just be used to my environment, used to the way that I'm feeling, that I won't change it, right? So as I began to change it, it was hard work. It was a lot of hard work. But what I saw in that was there was moments where as we were moving furniture, I found things that they had forgotten they had tucked away. I also found things that they wanted to give away because they no longer needed it. And it also, during the change, as they began to see, oh, we're opening up space. Oh, it does look more uniform. Oh, I never thought of it that way. Oh, look, this does feel better. Oh, have you ever stood at the big front of the door and said to yourself, how does this space make me feel when I walk in the morning? So after 4 hours and stepping back, I was pleased because they were pleased with their new space. And so what I wanted to share today is that just like our lives, sometimes if we're not careful, we'll just get used to the way things are, right? And there might be, whether it's yourself or someone else that can come in that's willing to help you reorganize or look at things in your life. And I've brought this up many times. I'm a big advocate of counseling. I'm a big advocate of prayer, and I'm a big advocate of that iron sharpen iron relationship. And my prayer is that nobody feels like they have to go through life by themselves, and that you have someone or a resource or a God that you can pray to, knowing that whatever change you need in your life, that you have that to step back, look at the situation and make it better for you. You never know what you're going to find. You never know what you're going to see that's tucked away. But most importantly, you'll never know how your life could be different because you took the time, right? Now, because of my position, I necessarily didn't have, I could have looked at it like, oh, this is going to be 4 hours of my life, right? And then I had to make up for it. Sometimes when change comes, you have to be committed and invested in putting the time in because it's going to take time to have that change. So in saying that, in our own lives, let's step back and look at what changes are we avoiding? What time are we not putting in because we keep putting ourselves second, right? And saying, oh, I could do it later, or maybe later, or the process is going to be this, or I wonder how this person is going to feel. It's time for us to reevaluate and make some moves. So as I was making the moves and as we turned things around, we were pleasantly surprised that with the same pieces, nothing necessarily brought in new yet, right? we were able to change the environment and open up space for the new thing.